episode 79, part 3 of Africa's premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. As usual, remember to jump onto the hashtag Road to Japan to support the Kenya Simbas as they are still looking to qualify for the Rugby World Cup in 2019 in Japan. I'm Jemima Duffield.
And I'm Ngaro Kamuya.
So, World Cup, but we have other things. So stay tuned. So start off with the World Cup, talking about the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So first one, Uruguay versus France. France winning that 2-0.
Yeah.
Now, shots on goal.
Yeah.
11-11.
Yeah.
Shots on target. 4 for Uruguay, 2 for France. Conversion rate too.
It's all about conversion rate.
How?
It's all about conversion rate. And France, I think, are picking. They are getting into form. Though, of course, they were touted as one of the guys to one of the teams to be in the final. One of the teams to watch, actually. That's what I should be saying. But yeah, they really dominated Uruguay to a point where actually Uruguayan players were crying on the pitch before the game ended. That's how much France sat on them. Uruguay did nothing. They were unable to string passes, and Francis dominated each and every facet of the game. So Didier Deschamps is doing a fantastic job at France. With France, and it was a good game. It was a good game, I must say. And as you're saying, conversion rate. I mean, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. That's all you need.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in short, walikaliwa.
Oh yeah. Hapo siwezi kata walikaliwa.
So next game, Brazil versus Belgium, and this is this one I know. I mean, even fans were just like, Brazil fans, from back in the day, are just like, no, because you're used to seeing Brazil as a football sort of powerhouse.
Yes.
You're used to that. I mean, come on, it's Brazil.
It's Brazil. Yeah.
But yeah, Belgium winning that game 2-1. Now. Shots, 27.
Yeah.
That's Brazil.
Yeah.
9, Belgium. On target, 9, Brazil. 3, Belgium.
Yeah.
Again, conversion rate. But I mean, I remember seeing, Neymar and his lots.
Yes.
Just, I think there was so much pressure on them in that game. You're right in front of the post, and the goal just
Philippe Coutinho. Yeah, Philippe Coutinho really skewed a shot.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what the problem with Brazil is, and guys need to understand this, and guys need to accept this. Brazil is no longer Brazil.
Yeah.
Brazil made the blunder by moving the Europe way, and then decided to become a bit too technical with the way they play game. Brazil is all about flair. The reason why Brazil has won 5 World Cups has always been because of the flair, because of the trickery, and incorporating that in their game. The last team we saw that was the 2006 team. Unfortunately for them, they were in the latter stages of their career. Fat Ronaldo, that's Ronaldo, original Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, what is his name? Adriano, Robinho, Roberto Carlos. That was the last Brazil team we've seen. Since 2010, they've always been crap, and it's because they decided to go technical. They forgot, and they still have, in terms of raw talent, but they're still the most talented guys. Yeah. It's just that they've decided to become too technical, and that's why they'll be beaten every day. The day Brazil reverts to their style of play, they'll be beating all the teams. But look, kudos to Belgium. They also have this is the golden generation of Belgium. They also have a very good team. Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku, Marwan Fellaini, who's having a very good tournament. Vincent Kompany, Jan Vertonghen, and Kevin De Bruyne, who had a very good game and a very good goal. So fine, Brazil are crap, but let's be honest, Belgium
well deserved.
Well deserved. Belgium also very good.
So the next game was Sweden versus England, and I, of course, England, I won't even lie. I was supporting them. They won that game 2-0. 12 shots. 6 shots in favor of Sweden. 2 on target for England, the 2 that went in, and 3 shots on target for Sweden. So again, conversion rate, but I don't know. I was going to be biased anyway. I was going to support England no matter what. So
I won't lie to you. I've never liked England because I think they're just given too much hype. But I must say, this is a very decent England team. They're having a very good run. It's a very talented squad. And England has always had a problem of just meshing the right players. And Gareth Southgate is doing that. And I think England's performance is largely due to Gareth Southgate being their coach. He's come up the ranks, and I think he's played with he's coached these guys up the ranks again. So they deserve to win. Yes, they deserved to win because, as I've said, this is a very good England team, and it's actually very enjoyable to watch England play this World Cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the last quarterfinal game was Russia versus Croatia. Honestly, I wanted Russia to stay in the tournament, just, crowd, just because it's their home tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, they drew that 2-2, and then Croatia won 4-3 on penalties.
I mean, Russia have exceeded everyone's expectations. Everyone thought that Russia, yes, they're going to make it outside the group stages, but then they were going to fall in the round of 16. They beat Spain, former world champions. They beat Spain. They go on to beat Croatia. It was going to be tough for them against Croatia. Croatia is a team that has, I think, in my opinion, the team that has the most character in this World Cup. I thought Croatia were going to kill it in the normal time. Didn't happen. Went to penalties, and Croatia beat Russia.
Yep.
But Russia can leave the tournament with their heads held high because they've exceeded everyone's expectations. They've pushed Croatia to the brink, and they've played some very entertaining football.
Yep. Yeah. So, just very quickly before we move on to the next topic, we now have in the semi-finals France versus Belgium, which is like Kenya versus Uganda. And then we've got Croatia versus England.
Yes.
How do you think those games are going to go, and where do you think it's going to be one for whoever you think is going to win?
I feel first, the person who's going to have a tough job is going to be Belgium assistant coach Thierry Henry. You're coaching one team. But you're from France.
Yeah.
You've won the World Cup. Actually, the person who's you're opposing, your opponent, the person who's coaching France, was your captain when you won the World Cup for France. So I think he's going to have a difficult time. He's going to have a difficult time, I'm
Definitely.
sure. But look, he's a professional, and I'm sure he's going to do the job that he needs to be done.
Yeah.
I just feel, and I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I just feel that France have depth and the firepower to suffocate Belgium and to choke Belgium. Belgium are very explosive in the counter-attack. They have very good talent in Eden Hazard. He opens up defenses. But if Paul Pogba has a good game, like he did versus Uruguay, I think it's going to be very difficult for Belgium. It's going to be a close game, but I actually do see France winning. Yeah.
So what about the next game?
Croatia versus England. As much as everyone has loved Croatia this World Cup, I think it's the end of the road for them. I think England are going to win. And it pains me to say this, but I think England are going to win this. And I said it yesterday. I think it's going to be a France versus England final.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Now we move on to, the exciting topic. Anyway, so for our basketball lovers, LeBron James, or let's say LeBron James, moving from the Cleveland Cavaliers to LA Lakers, basically. And we're going to talk about what this means for his legacy. Now, for me, I think his legacy will still be kept intact and will live on. I mean, from his hometown, where, he's got his family foundation. That will never die. Unless he abandons it, which is not likely. I think his legacy will still live on. He's got the blessing sort of the team now. It's not like back in 2010 when he left. And they were really angry. And now they're like, you know what? Yes, go. And who is going to say no to being part of Magic Johnson's vision? Come on. You're going to work with, Lakers, it's a legend team, basically. You've got your Kobe Bryant, you've got your Shaquille O'Neal, you've got your Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you've got Wilt Chamberlain. It's hard to say no to.
It is hard to say no, and it's the most successful franchise with 16 championships. I think this move, first, as you've said, he got the blessings from Cleveland, and I think Cleveland had to. It would have been very unfair for Cleveland not to let LeBron go, having brought their first and only championship in 2016. And I think, to me, that has been the best performance LeBron James has ever put up in a final. I never really felt his other two finals at the Miami Heat, but I really felt what he did in 2016. So look, Cleveland had to let him go. He's done what he needed to do. Now he moves to the LA Lakers. This one, it's having discussions. It's a 4-year deal for $153 million. That's a hell lot of money. I think he's positioning himself for retirement. I think he's positioning himself in terms of his brand. And there's no better place. The only two cities you go to. You go to Los Angeles or you go to New York. Los Angeles is Tinseltown. It's everything to do with entertainment. And I think when he's trying to position his brand, Los Angeles would have been the best pick, and that's why he's gone there. Number one. Number two, Magic Johnson. There's a Magic Johnson effect. Magic, in some quarters, is still rated as a second best player in the history of basketball. Magic Johnson is primarily the reason. Fine, they say it's his rivalry with Larry Bird, but it's primarily the reason why corporate America got involved in NBA and has seen all the money come on board. So he's there. He's president of basketball operations, and he has a very good tandem with Rob Pelinka and Ginny Bass. And this was a huge move on their end. They needed something big, and they've gotten LeBron James to the Lakers. But the bigger issue for me is the team that he has right now cannot compete with the talent in the Western Conference. You have Golden State Warriors, who, by the way, have just signed DeMarcus Cousins. You have Houston Rockets. Just those two. With the roster that he has right now, it's going to be very difficult for him to mount a challenge against the guys who are in the West. But depends on, again, what Magic Johnson does. Depends on the trades he makes. And I know, with the knowledge I know of basketball, I know that LeBron James would not have moved had there not been, had Magic Johnson not told him, this is what I have planned. So I would keep my eye out. Just look at what couple of trades that the Lakers are going to be making. And I feel that if they get the right fit with LeBron James there, then I think they can be a powerhouse, and I think they can be able to dominate, and they can be able to bring, I think, at the very least, 2 championships.
Now, just very quickly before we move on, how do you feel about him not having a second superstar?
Now, that is the other thing. Because it's been said, I think he can be able to deliver number one because he's done it in Cleveland in 2007. He did it in Cleveland this year. But he can... problem is, in 2007, there was not too much competition in the East. In 2018, same thing. It's going to be tough. Look, Western Conference is where everything is. Like I'm saying, Golden State Warriors. You have Houston Rockets, you have Oklahoma City Thunder. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for him, but I think this is what's going to test LeBron's character. He's a very good player, but I think he has to bring out the best in the guys with him. So yes, that is how we spiced up your World Cup segment. Now we move on to the bonus segment, basically, where we are talking about the 3 most memorable goals in the World Cup. So very quickly, my first one is Robin van Persie. 2014 against Spain. Flying header. It was like a swan dive. Basically, that was just something else for me. My second one is Michael Owen, 1998 versus Argentina. Takes the ball out wide onto his right foot and kicks it way out left corner. Past Carlos Roa. Remember, and he was 18 years.
Then we have Cristiano Ronaldo, South Korea, 2010. Ball sort of trips over or stumbles over the goalkeeper, and then it lands on his neck, back of his neck, and then comes back down, and he's just kind of taps it in. So those are my 3.
Just to mention that game, funny thing about that game, North Korea had just played Brazil in the previous game, and they had lost 2-1. And I forget, Kim Jong-un, I think he was the president that time in North Korea. He decided to televise the next game, which was going to be against Portugal, because he felt that North Korea had a chance. Only for them to be hammered 7 by Portugal. But anyway, my 3 most memorable games are goals. Number 3. Semi-finals, 98 World Cup, Holland versus Brazil. Patrick Kluivert, header out of nowhere. Even in the replay, you could hear the sound. It was a powerful header past Taffarel. That was a very good game. Goal. Second goal for me would be Sipio Shabalala. 2010 World Cup, first World Cup in Africa. Takes it on the left foot, hammers a pile driver, for lack of a better word. That was a very good goal. And my best goal has to be Ronaldinho, 2002 World Cup, just primarily because of the story and the game. He had been told just before the game that Cafu, his captain, had told him, when you take a free kick, watch out for David Zimmer, the England goalkeeper. He always stands off his line. It was a very difficult angle. It was a very difficult position. And he took that goal, he took that free kick, and he says that was his most memorable game for 3 reasons. He supplied the first goal for Rivaldo, he scored the second goal, and he was sent off. So that has to be my best goal, I think.
All right, guys, I'd like to hear what yours are. So remember, you can find us on social media, you can tag us, you can comment on our page. Do this by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Jimmy Badofin.
And I'm Narakamuya.
And it's a wrap.
Finals next week.